Yeah. Bushendi live. Testing 1 2 1 2. Bushendi live. Oh yes. Ngomona kwa papa ngatamwe na abantu baletamba, you might think that you are not live. You might think that you're not live. I just want to speak about the issue of Amundubile. Amundubile is out. Yes, Bran Mundubile is out. I'm sure he's going home right now. I'm sure he's going home right now. So mwewa chilafo okuya mkupangarari kuna nikane kwa Ibex number. Go and see him kunganda. He has been released. He was released, I think about an hour ago or so. Now, I just want to give you what I've gathered about his detention. I want to give you what I've gathered about his detention. Because there are these speculations. No, because Wakambwili said this. No, he's talking to whatever, all these speculations. Now, I want to give you what really happened. So, from what I've gathered is that Bran Mundubile checked in to leave the country, okay? He checked in to leave the country. Now, as you know, all politically exposed persons, unless you are a nobody. But if you are a politician with influence, when you are flying out, tuma flag, this is the life of a politician. A politically exposed person, whenever you are flying out, the intelligence becomes interested. And it doesn't matter. This does not only happen in Zambia. It happens even in other countries. Even when you arrive in another country, if you are a politically exposed person, not a politically exposed person, politician, I'm a heavy politician, I'm a heavyweight politician. Ngolef mamuchalo. Each time you get to an airport, you are traveling, the intelligence always take interest. This is a fact. It is not only happening in Zambia. It doesn't only happen in Zambia. It happens everywhere. And in some of these countries, it's even worse. Muzambia twaliwako na wino. So, what happened was that Bran, being a politically exposed person, when he passed through the airport, the intelligence became interested. And unfortunately, these people that had to come and, just check to make sure that, they clear him. Somehow you have to be cleared in a way, So those people who had to come and they approached him to check, hey, boss mwaya kuisa, kula wama question, efo ya abafe politician, uwa umukuru, fwewa kwa tama influence. Te tupite pa airport, paba, bakano wipusha, kuiminika wakipusha, chilishani, boss mwaya kuisa, mkabwela lisa, And sometimes utuma question untu tulaba very light quite a joking of your mundu, but very sashani gather information. So what happened kuli wa mundu bile when he passed through the airport, and when he was about to go, the intelligence had to quickly rush to the airport because mundu bile, now mundu bile opposition to Kwete is the biggest opposition. They had to come and ask him a few questions. But unfortunately, mistake yalipo yakwe team. When Mundubile was approached, questions. I don't know if it is him or if it is his people or whoever. They notified other people to say vamunduvire kuno, vamunduvire kuno vavekata. So what was supposed to be a routine checkup, it was exacerbated to a situation now of panic. And when people were told, they rushed to the airport. And of course, commotion started. Commotion. That's how he ended up ku Ibex. Ku Ibex na kwena, you saw what happened at Ibex. You know, you have to be very careful sometimes when you are inviting the crowd, because the crowd sometimes, they don't help the situation. Instead, they make things worse. So that crowd that went to the airport, the crowd that went to Ibex made it very difficult for the police, because it's like, no, you are wrestling, you know. It's like you want to show who has got the power. But in Ndalanda Beyonce, vakapokolanga vakuchita approach, or any security agency nga vakuchita approach, don't be too quick. Don't be too quick to conclude or to start posting on social media. Whatever. Be very careful. Assess the situation. From what I've gathered, Munduvile wouldn't have spent a night Muma sales. Munduvile wouldn't have failed to travel. He would have actually traveled had he just simply cooperated with the people that approached him and answered the questions without bringing in, other people pimpiri. So, tell your friends, when we approach them and we want to inquire about something, they should not be too quick to go on social media, because that works against them. Social media, you start inviting people, and then the people who are coming, what you have to know is also that bakapokola na vena bala kuma skulu, bakapokola na vena ma lawyers kwa di ma lawyers bantu bakapokola bonse kuma fati bakapokola yota basambirira bakapokola, they know nothing. Bakapokola na bo bali sambirira. So ngamwa isa muhambokola panga mulela ndefi sungu ukula bamwene shamo. At the end of the day, kula la mmaseo ya mahala. Eforero mundubire alalire mmaseo, alala mundubire alalire mmaseo ya mahala, because what he thought was helping him was actually making things worse for him. He hasn't been charged. Why he hasn't been charged? Because really, it was supposed to be just a routine checkup, a routine check on him, a routine interview as somebody who is politically exposed. You arrive in a country, the moment you are a politically exposed person, they will put you aside and they will start interrogating you. They will ask you, Mwaenda shani, oko mufumine kulishani, finishi mwakonka, munaikale kushinga. They will ask you these questions. It's routine for politically exposed persons. The problem which was there with Munduvire is that they called in the public. They called in the public na bambiuko. Elo fiabi panomba. So na mena makapokola na vena. Valimbikira. This is a report that is there. It was just supposed to be a routine, normal. Chirishan, mulea kuisa bosi. No, ndea kwa kuti. Mkabwela disa. Shan. Chapwa. Unfortunately, they incensed the public. And FRN, that's why Namairo, vale pushing, charging. Vakapokola FRN. Tawafa kuomba, tawamba na pressure. Vakapokola tawamba na pressure. Ngwamo kuwapela pressure amsangodia. That's what happens. So if you want, message yakweva ati vakapokonanga vakuchita approach, please cooperate, not wamba kula posta pa social media kirikiti vala kulanga ukweva ati uteko area shivani shala ndefingi ndewela pa 20 hours. I'm coming back at 20 hours. I mean, and I've been saying this. Kwa ekshimona banankani pali bana balawa mayo badia. Balawa mayo badia. Balawa mayo bamayo muchenjere sana imwe. Pali balawa mayo badia. Balawa mayo aba imona kwa tubasuma sana. Aba umebonse bala bafuwa. Balawa mayo aba imona kwa tubasuma sana. Bonse aba nakashiba aba umebala bafuwa. Bala fo kulala nabo. Balawa mayo muchenjere sana mwapusuike kwempe. Mwapusuike kwempe nga mwalingira mchifungo. It is not too long since you were convicted and you survived. It's not too long ago. Muilava. It's not too long ago. You were going mujere imwe ba mayo. You were going mujere nga mwalile kujere imwe. Mwapusuka bamichita kwefi. Mwafu. Bamita ku police nomba mwikanyeve chira bushiku nomba eriash. Kula bakapokola. Nomba linefe mukaisanga mungu wafi. Bakapokola bamuleta tintiri. Ine ndokono uteko not bakapokola. Bakapokola babomba fienchito, they just wake. Nomba every day throwing stones at bakapokola. Kwata bakwata mano. Kwata basambirira. Bali sambirira bakapokola mwira bamona fiti. Nanguni yuyi alisambirira yuyi alisambirira alilembane buku but bakapokola, you just take it like kirikit. Anyway, that is the issue. I'm coming back at 20 hours to discuss other issues. So Mundubira is out, and there wasn't anything really serious. It was all about a routine checkup, but unfortunately he invited people. And those people that he invited did not help the situation. He ended up spending a night Marseilles. For now.